Alright, hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick video demonstrating how to use this little portable PA speaker right here. So first and foremost, if the cameraman could please kindly come a bit closer. Well, actually what this is, yeah, it's just a portable speaker really. It's got a battery in it that works as long as you charge it first. So we can charge the PA speaker by just using a simple kettle lead. We have a bunch of these in Cleve House. Anyone will do. Plug it in, and then as you can see, if you come around the back, it is now charging. And once it's reached a sufficient charge, then you can actually take it out without having to plug it in, and it can be used outside and stuff like that. So now that it's charging, if you come over here, you can see that we have this button here that says VHF. Now what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to turn it on first and foremost, and then you want to press that in. And once that is on, this microphone here is purpose built for this specific speaker, so you don't need to fiddle with any configurations. It already is connected. All you have to do is just switch it on, and then we are good to go. Now we are working. So the signal's pretty good from this thing. The knobs that you want to be concerned with for this microphone is this knob right here. It says volume B. So if you just, this is what controls the volume for this thing. Generally, I don't recommend going much higher beyond this because then you start to get into clipping territory. But that's the volume. And then these knobs here, echo, treble, and bass. These all affect the sound of the microphone as well. If you want more bass, you just crank that one up a bit more. You get a bit more bass. If you want more treble, crank this one up a bit. And if you want echo, big echo now, there's a big echo. I'd recommend having about that much echo. There's an input here for a wired mic. I haven't actually used that yet, but that should work. This input here is for guitars, and that needs fixing. Okay, so this is the tutorial on how to use the PA speakers and the mixer. So first and foremost, we have a bunch of leads. So each one of these components requires power using a kettle lead. As I mentioned before, kettle leads, we have a bunch of at Cleve House. Any of them will work. So we've got one kettle lead for the mixer, we have one kettle lead for the left speaker, and one kettle lead for the right speaker. So you can, as you can see, they're plugged in like so in the back here. This speaker, same as that one over there, just requires to be turned on with this switch. The volume of this can be adjusted with this knob right here, and the lead that connects this speaker to the mixer is this one, and it's a simple jack lead that looks like that. We have about 1 billion of these at Cleve House right now, so we're not short for those. Goes in there. All this is exactly the same on the other speaker as well. If we follow this around, it eventually comes into the mixer around the back, just around here. It's actually divided into two inputs. We have one for the left and one for the right. It's annotated just here. It's quite hard to see, but yeah. So one of these corresponds to the left, one corresponds to the right. So that's it for the speakers. Moving on to the mixer. The power button is right here. We just turn that on. Now it's all good to go. And then if we just swing around the front around here, we can see we have a bunch of different channels. Now we have 16 in total. Some of these are mic channels. These are XLR channels, but generally we'll be using them just for the mics. And then all the rest of the remaining ones up here can be used for guitar, piano, anything else really. So currently I've got a microphone plugged in, goes in there, XLR here. I've got it plugged into channel 6. I've got the master volume turned up. So we have it divided into left and right. This corresponds to the left speaker, this corresponds to the right speaker. Just crank them up a bit, about there, that should be fine. Otherwise I was just muted, I'm just gonna unmute myself, give myself a bit of volume. And there we go. Now I'm coming through the speakers. So this is a pretty good volume. We could go way louder if we need to. So for situations where we need a lot of volume, situations where we need multiple inputs, guitar, microphone, this is the setup that we want to use. And yeah, that's it pretty much. So cheers.